So you are saying...
we must understand what is happening.
No.
I mean, you've got extremists in India.
So
those who don't allow our cricket team to play.
So at what stage...
Those who want to kick out our hockey players.
Sir...
Isn't this a very extremist view?
Sir, you say it was a decision taken by the Mujahideen. Now we know that the names of Pakistanis who died in Kargil is tucked away in a list of thousands of personnel killed while on duty, posted in the Shuhada's corner of the Pakistani Army website. The very first page of that includes the names of Captain Karnal Sher and Havildar Lalak Jan, both killed on duty on 7 July 1999 and awarded Pakistan's highest military award, the Nishan-e-Haidar. You see, you must, General Musharraf, there is an absence of consistency when you talk about Mujahideen. At the same time...
What consistency are you talking of? Listen, I've written a book and explained everything. The whole Kargil episode started with the Mujahideen. But do you know that your 2 aircrafts came into Pakistan and bombed us, and then they were shot down? Do you know that? Do you remember that? Now that was before the Kargil conflagration. That was because in taking action against the Mujahideen, the 2 jets came across into Pakistan.
Why did you make the admission in 2003? Why did you make the admission in 2003?
That is how...
Why did you make the admission in 2003?
That is how... Hold on. Hold on. Now, when I'm talking, please don't interfere. Please don't interrupt when I'm talking. Now, that is what happened. And that led to the involvement of second-line forces. The army was not there. It is the second-line force, the NLI. NLI is now a part of the army. Previously, it was a second-line force, like the Rangers, like the Frontier Corps.
Sir, I am sorry.
So they were the ones who were involved. And Lalak Jan belongs to that force, to the NLI.
Sir, let me tell you...
And so was Karnal Singh.
Sir, let me tell you, General Musharraf.
Yes.
There is one thing with General Musharraf you will understand. That facts cannot be questioned. Now, I will present 2 facts to you to contradict you on this, and I want to know from you what your answer is to that. Foreign Minister was Sartaj Aziz, if I'm not mistaken. And since we are talking Kargil and we are settling this issue of Mujahideen versus forces...
Listen now.
Sartaj Aziz said...
I want to set the record. First of all, this interview is not on Kargil. If you want to talk on Kargil, I want to talk of East Pakistan first. What your army...
Sir, I have one question on to settle the Kargil issue.
And how Indira Gandhi promoted Manik Shah as Field Marshal. And how she said that her greatest achievement is to disprove the two-nation theory.
General Musharraf,
from there. So stop discussing Kargil.
General Musharraf,
we are going to discuss that. Then we come to Siachen.
No, one question on Kargil.
No, so no more questions on Kargil.
One question on Kargil.
Pakistan. We'll talk of East Pakistan.
Can I have one question on Kargil?
Otherwise, cut it out.
One question? Will you allow me?
No, nothing more. We've discussed enough. No, I don't answer any question on Kargil. Because what I see about you Indians is the problem that you will call us rogues, but what the roguish acts that you do, you don't want to discuss it. Now cut that out. I don't take that.
General Musharraf, in November 2010, I'm not talking about Kargil, but I am moving to 2010 now. Okay. Though I had a question on Kargil, you have not allowed me. I placed my objection to you, not allowed me on record, and we move on.
When I was in Delhi just now on Hindustan Times invitation, there I said, if you keep getting bogged down in history, you can never move forward.
Yes.
There is a problem with India that you create hysteria.
Sir,
you create hysteria in the politicians, the media.
General Musharraf,
such a hysteria, even on this issue of the line of control violations,
General
you are creating hysteria.
General Musharraf, I object to that.
Don't do that.
General Musharraf, with all respect to you, we are a lot of nationalistic Indians who object to that. When your soldiers are beheaded, you will object. But I would only say one thing in response to it.
This is you are telling lies. Okay, let me say it with confidence. I think you are telling lies. I think you are doing it with some design. Nobody beheads. No soldier no enemy is beheaded by any Pakistani soldier. It is not done. This is not our culture. This is not what disciplined army does. Anybody who does that will be punished severely in the Pakistan army.
So you are taking a position.
Nobody dare do that.
So you are taking a position.
You are believing what your soldiers
are saying.
You are taking.
General Musharraf, you are taking a position in the complete absence of facts, which, as you yourself acknowledged, you don't have the full facts on this case. But I'd only like to say, you talk about history and hysteria. General Musharraf, those who forget history are condemned to repeat it, as the cliche goes. In November 2010, acknowledging that the Lashkar-e-Taiba and like-minded groups like the Jamaat-ud-Dawa were involved in terrorism, former Pakistan President Pervez Musharraf said these outfits need to be reined in, but in a gradual manner. In other words, you have yourself admitted that the Jamaat-ud-Dawa and the Lashkar-e-Taiba are terror groups. How do they then operate with complete impunity on Pakistani soil? Does the Pakistan army need a reality check on who the real enemy is, General Musharraf?
Can you? Yes, they are. They are involved. If they are involved, they should be punished. And then, now, as I have explained every time, they have sprouted because of the freedom struggle in Kashmir in 1989. They came into being in the 90s because of great public support for the Kashmiri freedom struggle. That is what happened. But however, taking action against them, yes indeed, gradually extremism and terrorism need to be controlled in Pakistan.
Sir,
can you take action against your own extremists and terrorists in Bombay? Could you have done that?
They were sent from Pakistan.
Can you do that?
As you are fully aware, General Musharraf, they were sent by a coward called Hafiz Saeed in Pakistan, who's operating with impunity. And you said about Hafiz Saeed, and I quote you, and as I said, General Musharraf, I am a man who goes by quotes. In November 2012, presumably when you were in Delhi, you said, and you were quoted as saying, Lashkar-e-Taiba enjoys tremendous public support in Pakistan, and it will not be easy for the government to take action against them. My question to you, sir, is, even if a group of terrorists enjoy public support, it is the bounden responsibility of any civilized government to act against them. Your governments or your army cannot be weak when it comes to terrorists. That cannot be an alibi.
Can you, listen, don't simplify matters. One understands, yes, what I said is correct, and one should take action in a deliberate way. Could you have taken action? Can you take action against Bal Thakre's group? Can India take action? Aren't they extremists?
Sir, you are...
can you take action?
Sir, you are completely...
Eliminate them. Sir, you challenge the Indian government to eliminate them.
No, sir, may I remind you, I don't want to get into those details, but I would like to remind you that your government...
Obviously.
That your government... No, I'll get into every detail.
There's an internal situation.
General Musharraf, I don't hesitate from going into detail. Yeah. And I'd like to tell you, it was your government which said under UN resolutions, we will act against the Lashkar-e-Taiba. I'd also like to remind you, sir, that the recent Pakistan Army Green Book, you're an army man, you know. My question was, your problem is within. The Army Green Book, and you know the Pakistani army better than anyone else, suggests for the first time that internal threats and not India should be a priority. This is a long due acknowledgement, but when will this India obsession end, General Musharraf, even when it's been put in writing?
India obsession. And when will Pakistan obsession end in India? May I ask you?
Yes. When you stop exporting terror and beheading our soldiers.
Views. Don't try to pin me down on these things. Now let me tell you that yes, there is a, when I said internal, that doesn't mean that the external threat. If today you escalate on the line of control and then do whatever you did in East Pakistan or Siachen, then certainly our focus will go to the shift from internal threat to the external threat from your side. Obviously, things don't remain permanent. Situation, you take action, you take decisions in accordance with environment. Today the environment is that there is a domestic internal threat on Pakistan. So therefore we need to look at terrorism and extremism internally. But as the things are escalating in the line of control, and if India tries to take advantage of this escalation and tries to impose a strong external threat, we will divert, Pakistan Army will divert all its attention to the external threat from India. That is how things change.
So you are a realist? You are a realist. You know what has happened in this side.
Yes, yes.
So you know that a strong army, a strong India, and with the support of the rest of the international community, has outstared Pakistan in this face-off. And now there is an embarrassed attempt by Pakistan to retreat. This goes on to prove, and now I would like to call upon Pervez Musharraf, the president and the statesman. Pervez Musharraf ji,